Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope everyone is doing good and staying safe. That's very important to take care of your health. So in this video, we will be learning about CPM, critical path method. We will be seeing the terms associated with CPM. We will be drawing few network diagrams, practicing solving few questions. Okay, so let's start with it. So here I have an example, and for this example I will be drawing two network diagrams, that is activity on arrow and activity on node. Okay, so you should get the basic difference between both of them, right? So here I have an activity 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So the basic difference between on arrow and on node is, on arrow it's something like this, with the nodes are numbered, and on activity on node the nodes are the activity. Okay, so that's the basic difference between both of them. So let's solve this problem. Okay, for solving this problem, let me name this activity as A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay, so there are 6 activities. So let's first draw activity on arrow. Okay, so here I have 1 to 2. Okay, so starting with 1 to activity 2, that is activity A. So next comes 2 to 3 and 2 to 4, which means from 2 there are 2 activities which are bursting out. You remember that merge and burst, no? So there are 2 activities bursting out, that is activity 2 to 3 and 2 to 4. So 2 to 3 is B, right? And 2 to 4 is C. Okay, then comes 3 to 5, 4 to 5. So from 3, this is 3 to 5 and this is 4 to 5. Okay, since these are the same ending nodes, we can write this like this. This will be 3 to 5 and this will be 4 to 5, and the last one is 5 to 6. Okay, so 5 to 6 will be something like this. So 3 to 5 is D, 4 to 5 is E, and 5 to 6 is F. Okay, so this is how you draw a activity on arrow diagram, with duration should be below, written below. Okay, so A has duration 3, B has 4, C has 5, D has 4, E has 8 and F has 6. So it's 3 4 5 3 4 5 4 8 6 4 8 6. Okay, so this is an example of activity on arrow. Okay, so let me just group it. Okay, we will keep this aside. Now let us solve activity on node. So this will be activity on node. Okay, so nodes will be the activities. So starting with S, remember every network diagram will have one start node and one end node. Okay, so having the same concept like AOA, this will be S, which will lead to first activity A. Okay, so from A there are 2 activities bursting out, 2 to 3 and 2 to 4, that is B and C. So this is B and this activity is C. Okay, and from this 3 to 5 will be D. So D is literally coming out from B. So D ka predecessor is B. Okay, so D's predecessor is B. Okay, and E ka predecessor is C, right? Sorry, it will be E. Okay, and both together join to form F. Set right? So F has predecessors D and E. Okay, and that will be the end activity, right? So this diagram is activity on node. Okay, so that's the basic difference between activity on arrow and activity on node, right? So I generally prefer drawing activity on arrow. Okay, that's because the terms which are associated with CPM, it's easy to mention on activity on arrow than activity on node. We will be seeing both of them, but you decide which one you are favorable for. Okay, so let's see some basic terms right now. So the first one is critical path. It is the longest path in the network diagram that has maximum time. Activities in this path is called as critical activities. So the path that associates the longest time, it is called as critical path, and the activities on that are known as critical activities. So any delay in the critical activities will lead to delay in total project. So even if one critical activity is delayed by 1 day, then the entire project will be delayed by 1 day. Okay, so that's the importance of critical path. And then comes non-critical path. So other than critical path, how many other paths are there? So that will be non-critical path. Okay, and the activities on that are non-critical activities. So even if there is delay in non-critical activities, it will not affect the entire project time, right? And then we have EST, EFT, LST, LFT. Okay, so EST is early start time. So early start time is the earliest at which an activity can be started. Okay, similarly we have early finish time. Okay, so earliest at which an activity can be completed. So EST is earliest start time, EFT is earliest finish time. Okay, so similarly we have late start time and late finish time. So late start time is the latest possible time for which an activity can start, but it should not delay the complete project. Okay, it can start late, but it should not delay the complete project. Keep that in mind. Okay, and the last one is LFT. So latest time that an activity can be completed, but here also there should be no delay in complete project. Okay, so that is EST, EFT, LST, LFT. Okay, and then now we have forward pass calculation and backward pass calculation. We'll look into this. Just remember these keywords, bigger and smaller. Okay, so forward pass calculation is used for early start and early finish time calculating, and backward pass is used for LS and LF, that is late start and late finish. Okay, so now we will be solving mostly on activity on arrow. We'll solve few examples for activity on node also. You decide which one you are favorable for. Okay, so now let's solve an example. This example will solve it. Okay, then you will understand. Let me keep this at side. Okay, I'll keep it at side. Okay, and then here we go. So this is activity on arrow diagram. Okay, let me ungroup this, delete it. Okay, now we have early start time, early finish time, latest start time and latest finish time, right? So we have these four terms: early start time, early finish time, latest start time and latest finish time. Okay, so now in this network diagram we have two paths. The first path is A, B, D, F. That is A, B, D, F, and the second path is A, C, E, F. So that is A, C, E, F. Okay, so let's calculate the duration for both the paths. So for A, B, D, F, it will be 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6. So 3 plus 4 is 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 11 plus 6 is 17 days, right? So this is 17 days, and ACEF is 3 plus 5 8, 8 8 16, 16 plus 6 is 22. Okay, so the bigger number is ACEF, which means ACEF is the critical path, right? So for critical path, you usually denote it with double arrows. Okay. So critical path is usually denoted with double arrows here. Okay. So ACEF is our critical path, which is 22 days. Okay. So now let's look into these 4 terms, that is EST, EFT, LST, LFT. So now see, all you have to do is, this is a tail event and this one is the head event, right? So tail is the start and head is the end. So this is tail, usually denoted by I. Okay, so this is head, usually denoted by J, right? So each and every activity will have a tail and head. Okay, so A will have its tail and head, B will have its tail and head. Similarly, all activities will have a tail event and an head event. So we will draw 2 boxes at each node. Okay, we will draw 2 boxes at each node, right? So this is a standard procedure for solving AOA network. Okay, so here we have drawn 2 boxes on each node, right? So for example, you have an event like 1 to 2 and this is A. Okay, so here you have a box for tail event and here you have for an head event. Okay, so for A activity, this particular box represents early start time. Okay, and this particular box represent late start time. So start is at I. Okay, so tail means start, that is the beginning. So start is at I, and this box represent latest finish time, latest start time, sorry. First it will be latest, latest start is here, so it will be earliest finish time, right? So how early can this activity be finished, and this will be latest finish time. So here we have 4 terms. First box will be earliest start time, second will be latest start time, third will be earliest finish time, and fourth will be latest finish time. Okay, so now let's see how to fill up these boxes. Okay, so first, common sense, it's very easy. Okay, so first is A ka earliest start time, what it will be? It will be 0. So as early as possible it can start at 0. Okay, and its earliest finish time will be earliest start time plus duration. Okay, so earliest finish time ka formula is earliest start time plus duration. So 0 plus 3, you will give me 3. Okay, so for A we saw early start time and early finish time. Okay, so similarly for B. Okay, so B can be start only when A is completed. So A is completed at 3 days, then only B can start. Okay, so B will start after 3 days and its duration is 4. So 3 plus 4 will give me 7. Okay, so similarly coming to this node, okay, go according to number wise. So 1, V1, 2, 3, and now we should go at 4. So C will start after A is completed. So 3 plus 5 will give me 8. Okay, so and then D, coming to this node, there is 2 paths coming on this node. Okay, so one is 7 plus 4, that is 11. Second is 8 plus 8, that is 16. So how to choose between 11 and 16? We have to go for the bigger one. So that's this. Forward pass calculation, we should always choose the bigger number. Okay, so here 11 and 16, the bigger number is 16. Okay, and then 16 plus 6 gives me 22. So you might have noted ACEF, the total duration was 22, so that we arrived over here, that is 22. So now see, each activity we have calculated the early start time and early finish time. Okay, so early start time of B will be 3 and early finish time of B will be 7. So similarly C ka will be 3 and early finish time will be 8. Okay, so this is the forward pass calculation. So in forward pass calculation we calculate the early start time and early finish time. Okay, now let's start the backward pass calculation where we will find EFT and LST. LFT and LST. Okay, so it will be late finish time and late start time. See, now for this project to get completed we need 22 days, right? So the latest finish time of activity F will be what? 22 days. Okay, so max to max it should be completed at 22 days. Okay, now in forward pass calculation you added the numbers, in backward pass calculation you will subtract the numbers. Okay, so coming to the fifth node, 22 minus 6, that is 16. Okay, 16 is nothing but the latest start time of activity F. So activity F can start latest at 16 and finish latest by 22. And similarly going back, 16 minus 4, this will give me 12 over here, and 16 minus 8, it will be 8. Okay, now see, coming towards node 2, there are two activities coming backward from 3 to 2 and 4 to 2. Okay, so now 12 minus 4 will give me 8, while 8 minus 5 will give me 3. So in backward pass calculation we choose the smaller number. Okay, so in backward pass calculation we choose the smaller number, right? So here it will be 3. Okay, and 3 minus 3 will give me 0. Okay, this is how you calculate EST, EFT, LST and LFT. So for consider F activity, so it has earliest start time of 16, earliest finish time of 16, latest start time of 22, latest finish time of 22. Okay, now see carefully, the number in the boxes 0, 0, 3, 3, 8, 8, 16, 16, 22, 22, and but here it's 7 and 12. Since both the numbers of these boxes are included are same, those are the critical activities, which means A, C, E and F are critical activities, right? So critical activities has same numbers, okay, in the boxes, right? So I hope you understood till now. Okay, so let's organize this in a particular table. Okay, so you know the formula now. Okay, for forward pass calculation you should use the higher number, and backward pass calculation you should use the lowest number. Okay, now we have to make a chart, that is early start time. You can go for anything, latest start time. Okay, early finish time, latest finish time. Okay, now for activity A. Okay, now for activity A we have earliest start time. Remember the boxes. Okay, there are 4 boxes for particular. This is earliest start time, this is latest start time, this is earliest finish time, and this is latest finish time. Okay, so remember this. So for solving this now, earliest start time will be 0. Okay, 0, and earliest finish time का formula is earliest start time plus duration. So 0 plus 3 will give me earliest finish time 3. Okay, then comes latest finish time. Latest finish time is this box, that is 3. Okay, and latest start time ka formula is latest finish time minus D. Okay, so it will be 3 minus 3, 3 minus 3, that is 0. Okay, now you got this box, right? Similarly for activity B. So activity B has 3, 3, 7, 12. So activity B का earliest start time is this 3, okay, and earliest finish time will be 3 plus 4, that is 7, right? Similarly, latest finish time is 12 and latest start time will be 12 minus 4, that is 8, right? So this is how you calculate early start time, early finish time, latest start time, latest finish time. Okay. So for all the activities it will be like this only. Okay. Let's solve this. Okay. So for 5. So for activity C, earliest start time is 3. Earliest finish time is 3 plus 5, that is 8. Okay, latest finish time is 8 and latest start time is 8 minus 5, that is 3. Okay, so similarly for D it will be 7 and earliest finish time will be 7 plus 4, that is 11. Similarly latest finish time will be 16 and 16 minus 4 will be 12. Okay, so 7, 11, 12, 16. So for E also try to figure it out. Earliest start time is 8, so earliest finish time will be 8 plus 8, that is 16. Okay, then latest finish time is 16 and latest start time will be 16 minus 8, that is 8. Okay. So similarly here you have earliest start time for F is this one 16. This is 16 plus 6, that is 22. Latest finish time is 22 and 22 minus 6 will give me 16, right? So this is how you calculate early start time, latest start time, earliest finish time and latest finish time, right? So similarly we have to do it for activity on node. Okay, so let's see how activity on node hangs on this. So let me delete this, it's no longer required. Okay, so for activity on node ka diagram you have, see this is the activity on arrow ka diagram where you have EST, LST, EFT, LFT. Okay, this is just the representation. While calculating the numbers will be different. Okay, so you have to follow this table only. So there will be let me just put this back, wait a second. So there will be earliest start time, okay, and earliest finish time is earliest start time plus the duration. Okay, then comes latest start time and latest finish time. So latest finish time is the second, this box, okay, this box, and earliest start time is this box. So latest finish time is this one and latest start time is latest finish time minus duration. Okay, so try to apply this in this again. Okay, try to solve it by yourself, you'll definitely get it, right? So let me just delete everything and we will draw the node diagram again. Okay, so this is S. Similarly there will be A, B, there is D coming from B, there is C coming from A, E coming from C, and F coming from D and E. Okay, and there is N node. Okay, so for representation of activity on node, there will be, this will be something like this. There will be a box, okay, on every node. Okay, there will be 3 columns and 3 rows. Okay, so in this top hand corner there will be early start time and there will be early finish time. This will be the name of the activity. Okay, here you will write the latest start time and latest finish time. So this will be the formation that will be used on activity on node, and for activity on arrow we used something like this, right? Use something like this. So this is just a representation formation. Okay, you can change it, or you can change this for according to your need, but this is the standard one. I hope you will follow this. Okay, so here there will be duration of the activity. So for activity A, there will be a node like this. Okay, where you have the name A over here, and duration for A is 3. So the earliest possible time that A will start is of course 0, and early finish time is ES plus D, that is 0 plus 3 will give me 3, right? Similarly for B, so for B, drawing the same. Okay, I guess this will take plenty of time. Okay, so this video will be a bit lengthier video, so I am not drawing that grid. Okay, it just takes time. So B ka earliest start time, what it will be when A will end. Okay, so it will be 3 over here. The activity name is B, duration is 4, so 3 plus 4 will give me the earliest finish time, that is 7, right? We are now doing the forward pass calculation where you have to add things. Okay, so for C will start only after A ends, so earliest start time for C is 3, the activity name, duration is 5, so 3 plus 5 will give me 8. Am I right? So similarly for D. Okay, so D will start only when B will end, so B will end at 7, right? So 7, there it is D ka duration is 1 2 3 4. Okay, so 7 plus 4 will give me 11, right? So for E will start when C will end, that is 8. Here we have activity name, duration is 8. Am I right? A B C D E 8. So 8 will give me 16. Similarly for F, we have 16 and 11. The bigger number is 16. So in forward pass calculation, you should consider the bigger number 16. Activity ka name is F. Duration is 6. So 16 plus 6 will give me 22. Okay. So end node will have the same numbers as this one. Okay. So start and end will have the same number as A and F. So we saw something like this: early start, early finish, name, duration, late start, latest finish. So the latest finish time of this will be when F is completed, so that will be logically 22, right? So latest start is LF minus D, 22 minus 6, that is 16. Okay, similarly coming back towards D and E. Okay, so try to figure out by yourself. Okay, so the latest finish for this will be, for D will be 16. Okay, so 16 minus 4 will give me 12. Okay, so LSD for D is 12. Similarly for this it will be 16. 16 minus 8 will give me 8. So LS is LF minus D. Latest start time is equal to latest finish time minus duration. So similarly for B ka latest finish time will be 12. 12 minus 4 will give me 8. Similarly for C, it will be 8. 8 minus 5 will give me 3. And for this, we have to choose the smaller number, that is 3. And the 3 minus 3 is 0. Okay. So this is how you calculate the early start time, early finish time, latest start time and latest finish time for activity on node. Okay, I generally prefer activity on arrow. You can go for it. Okay, I hope you have noted down. Okay, try to practice it by yourself, then only you will get it. Okay, so we are here. Forward pass calculation, you should consider the bigger one. Backward pass calculation, you should consider the smaller one. Whatever you see on the screen, take a notebook, write it down. Okay, analyze it by yourself. Try practicing the first example again. Okay, so here you have representation of activity on arrow ij. Okay, and here you have representation of activity on node. Okay, so as you see here in this activity on arrow, so earliest start time is this one. Okay, or EOT I. Why I? Because I is the tail event, that is the start. So you see earliest start, latest start. So these two boxes generally denote the start. Okay, earliest finish, latest finish. So these two boxes generally denote finish, right? So start is I, that's why the tail event is I, and finish is J, that is head. So that's why you call it as EOTI, LOTI. And similarly for finish we call it as EOTJ, LOTJ. So remember I and J as start and finish. Okay. So according to that you can name this. So the formula for EST is the number in this box, that is EOTI. Okay. And for earliest finish time it is EOTI plus D. Okay. So earliest finish time will be EOTI plus T, that is equal to EOTJ. Am I right? So latest start time and latest finish time. Latest finish time is LOTJ, that is this box, and latest start time will be LOTJ minus T, that is LOTI. Okay. So when you write it down, you cannot just remember this by listening. Okay, you have to write it down, go through it again. Okay, these terms can be confusing. EOTI, LOTI, EOTJ, LOTJ can be confusing. Okay, so wherever you see the term TIJ, okay, it generally indicates the duration. Okay, TIJ indicates duration. In many books they have given as TIJ, so that's generally the duration, that is time from tail to head. Okay, TIJ. It generally indicates duration. Okay, so we saw the representation for activity on arrow and activity on node. Okay, so hey guys, so let's continue with float. Okay, so float is the time where an activity can be delayed. Okay, for start or finish, time may be fluctuated without affecting the total project duration. So float. So what is float? Float is more like an relaxation time. Okay. So this relaxation can be applied for the entire path or for a particular activity. Okay. So for example, there is a path A, B, C, D, whatever. So if it is applicable for the entire path, it is called as total float. While if it is applicable for a particular activity, for example for C activity, it's so that float is called as free float. Okay, so when the relaxation time is applicable for the entire path, it is called as total float. So when it is applicable for a particular activity, it is called as free float. So now let's read the definition. Total float is flexibility available for entire project. Start and finish can be delayed without affecting the total project time. So whatever be the float of a path or a particular activity, the final completion time will always be the same. Okay, which means critical path. Okay, so critical path has no float, which means all the critical activities will have no relaxation. Other than critical activities, that are the non-critical activities, will have some sort of relaxation, right? So if that relaxation is applicable for the entire path, it is called as total float, or if it is applicable for a particular activity, it is called as free float. Okay, so just note down this definitions and read it, you'll understand. Okay, start and finish for a particular activity can be delayed without succeeding activity, that is free float for a particular activity, and for the total path it is called as total float. So in total float the formula is latest finish time minus early finish time, or latest start time minus earliest start time. We also have the formula LOTJ minus EOTI minus duration. Okay, so it is written as LOTJ minus EOTI minus TIJ or D, both are the same. Okay, so this is the formula for total float. Okay, let's start by solving an example. Okay, so I am going to solve this example in activity on arrow method. You can also go for activity on node. Okay, I feel activity on node is bit more a lengthy process. In this you can simply go for it, okay, quickly as possible. So here I have activity A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay, and there are predecessors given along with duration of the activities. Okay, so for the first activity A, which has no predecessor, okay, so let's start drawing the diagram. Okay, so for first activity A, 1, 2, 2, A which has no predecessor, so this will be starting activity, duration of 4. Okay, similarly B and C are emerging from A, so B and C are emerging from A, so this will be B, this will be C, duration is 7 and 5, right? D is coming from B. Okay, now D is coming from B. Okay, so D is coming from B. Okay, E is coming from B and C. So all you can do is draw a dummy activity here. So when B is completed and C is completed, you will get E. Okay, there will be node 6, that will be E. Okay, and the last one is G, which F comes from C. Now see what happens if I draw an arrow over here, F. Okay, it comes from C now. No, B and C. Okay, so F is coming only from C, which means this is wrong. So what you have to do is you have to slightly ticker the diagram. Okay, now see, there is D coming from B, that is right. Okay, T is coming from B, E is coming from B and C. So now you have to introduce two dummy activities so that B and C meet each other. Okay, and from that meeting point E will emerge, right? So now F comes from C, F comes from C, and G comes from D, E and F. So D, E and F are meeting at a single point. So even this diagram is wrong. Okay, so D, E and F are meeting at a single point. So this is D, B and C are meeting. Okay, so this is node 5, from which E is coming. Okay, and this is F, which is coming from C. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the sixth one. Okay, and from this G will come. G is coming from D, E and F. There is 6, and the final node number is 7. Okay, so D's duration is 8 days. Okay, D ka duration is 8 days. This is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So E ka duration is 5 days, F ka it is 2 days, and G ka it is 1 day. Okay, so this is the project network diagram. Okay, now we have to start putting the boxes on each node, right, and start calculating the early start and finish times. So this is node 1, this is node 2. It's getting bit congested. I hope you'll understand it. Okay, node 3. Try noting before solving this. Try to solve it by yourself. Pause the video right now. Okay, try it by yourself. There is nothing wrong. Even if it is wrong, it's fine. Okay, it's just the first problem. I know you will crack this CPM board. So the early start time for A will be 0, right? So 0 plus 4 will give me 4. We are doing forward pass calculation. So 4 plus 7 will give me 11, right? For dummy activities, the network time is 0, right? I am writing 0 in red so you don't get confused. Okay, so coming back. Okay, so while solving this in your notebook, try using different colors. Okay, so for forward pass calculation, use another color. Backward pass calculation, use another color of pen, through which you can understand it clearly. Okay, so C, coming to C node, 4 plus 5 will give me 9. Okay, so coming to the fifth node, 11 plus 0 will give me 11, while 9 plus 0 will give me 9. So the bigger number is 11, so here we'll go by 11, right? So then for coming to the sixth node, we have 3 different parts. Okay, 11 plus 8 is 19, 11 plus 5 is 16, 9 plus 2 is 11. So the bigger number is 19, right? And 19 plus 1 will give us 20. Okay, so this is forward pass calculation. Now for backward pass calculation, we'll use the bit purple color. Okay, so for backward pass, this will be 20. Okay, so 20 minus 1 will give me 19. Okay, and here coming back to node 3, I have 2 parts. 19 minus 8 will give me 11, while this will be 19 minus 5. Okay, so 19 minus 5 will be 14, and 14 minus 0 will give me 14. So 11 and 14 are the 2 numbers for this box. The smaller one is 11, so I'll go for 11. Okay, now for this node, 19 minus 2 is 17, while 14 minus 0 is 14, so I'll go for 14, the smallest number. Okay, so coming back to node 2, there are 2 parts. 11 minus 7 will give me 4, 14 minus 5 will give me 9, smaller number is 4, so I'll go here with 4. 4 minus 4 will give me 0. Okay, so this is forward pass calculation and backward pass calculation, right? So from this we can figure early start time, early finish time, late start time and late finish time. Okay, I know my screen is not covering the entire this table, but just remember that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so for A, early start time is 0. I'll write it with black. It's black only. Okay, so A ka early start time is 0. Early finish time is EST plus D. Okay, that is early start time plus D. Okay, so 0 plus 4 will give me 4. Latest finish time is the fourth box, that is 4, and LST is LFT minus D. Okay, so 4 minus 4, that is 0. So similarly for activity B. Okay, now we have forgot to mention the critical part. So whichever parts lie on the same number boxes, those are the critical part which are mentioned by double arrows. Okay, so A, B, D and G is the critical path, right? So this A, B, D and G is the critical path A, B, D, G, whose duration is 20 days. Okay, you choose whichever path remaining will have a duration less than 20 days. So let's check. So then comes A, C, F, G. Okay, so A, C, F, G path there is, let's first check out the paths. Okay, there is A, C, F, G, A, C, F, G. Then comes A, C, E, G, A, C, E, G. There may be plenty of paths. A, C, E, G. Then comes A, B, E, G, A, B, E, G. Okay, is there any another path? A, C, E, G, A, C, F, G, A, B, E, G. I guess that's it. So A, C, F, G will be 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 2, 11, 11 plus 1, 12. Okay, 12 days. So similarly, A, C, E, G will be 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 5, 14, 14 plus 1 will give me 15. Okay, A, C, 9, 9 plus 5, 14, 14, 1 plus 15. So A, B, E, G will give me 4 plus 7, 11, 11 plus 5 is 16, 16 plus 1 is 17. See, so the critical path has the longest duration, that is ABDG. Okay, I told you ABDG critical activities will have no float, that is no relaxation time. Okay, so let's check it further. So now for activity B, earliest start time, that is 4. Okay, earliest finish time is 7 plus 4, that is 11. Latest finish time is 11, and 11 minus 7 will give me latest start time, that is 4. Okay, so similarly for C का earliest start time is 4. Okay, C का earliest finish time is 4 plus 5, that is 9. Similarly, this latest finish time will be 14, and 14 minus 5, that is 9. That is latest start time. Okay, so that is 4, 9, 9 and 14. Similarly for D का earliest start time is 11. 11 plus 8 will give me 19. Latest finish time is 19. 19 minus 8 will give me 11. So now coming to E का earliest start time is 11. Our latest finish time is 19. Earliest finish time is 11 plus 5, that is 16, and here it is 19 minus 5, that is 14, right? So similarly for F का it is 9, duration is 2, 9 plus 2, 11, 11, latest finish time is 19, okay, and latest time is 19 minus 2, that is 17, right? Then comes G, last activity, earliest start time is 19. 19 plus 1 will give me 20. Latest finish time is 20. 20 minus 1 will give me 19. So for all the activities we jotted down EST, EFT, LST, LFT. Okay. Now let's understand this float का मामला. Okay. So we'll keep these paths. Okay. So where do I write? Okay, I'll cover this much only. Okay, so we know total float का मामला which is available for the entire path. Okay, that is LOTJ minus EOTI minus D, or LFT minus EFT. Okay, or LFT, it's finish minus finish. Okay, it's LFT minus EFT or LST minus EST, right? Even sometimes I forget these formulas. LST minus EST. Okay, so these are the formulas for finding total float. So coming back to this table A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So A का total float will be LFT minus EFT, 4 minus 4, that is 0. You can cross check it by using LST minus EST. So 0 minus 0 will be 0. C, A, B, D, G are critical activities. Okay, just note this column of A, B, D, G. Okay, so I will tick mark it. It is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so these rows, just check on the float values of these rows. Okay, so total float will be 11 minus 11, that is 0, or 4 minus 4, that is 0. You can also check it by this box. Okay, so that is LOTJ. LOTJ value is 4 minus EOTI. EOTI value is 0 minus duration. Duration is 4. So A ka total float is given as 0. Okay, got it? So similarly, we'll go just through this box. No, it's simple rather than figuring out in this diagram. So C ka total float is 14 minus 9, that is 5. Okay, 14 minus 9, that is 5, or 9 minus 4, that is 5. See, the total float value for activity C is 5. Similarly, now for D, 19 minus 19, 0, 11 minus 11, 0. Here it is 19 minus 16, that is 3, 14 minus 11, that is 3. Okay, here that is 19 minus 11, that is 8, 17 minus 9, that is 8. Okay, 20 minus 20, 0, 0, 0. So total float values for critical activities is 0, which means this path does not have any relaxation time. That's why it is in critical path. Okay, now let's check out the individual float values now. So for free float, formula is EOTJ minus EOTI minus D. Okay, so I generally remember this as putting smileys. So this is EOTJ minus EOTI minus T, and for total float it is something like this. It's the biggest smiley. So it is LOTJ minus EOTI minus D. Okay, so total float bada wala smile, free float one step chota wala smile. Okay, so for now free float, all we have to do this EOTJ minus EOTI minus T. Okay, so now for A, that is the critical activity. So for A, EOTJ value is 4. Okay, so 4 minus EOTI value is 0 minus duration is 4. So 4 minus 4 is 0. C, for critical activity float is 0. Similarly, let's check it out for B. So 11 minus 4 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. So whatever the critical activities are, you can just simply close your eyes and put 0 on floats. Okay, so total float and free float values for critical activities will be 0. Now let's check it out for C. Okay, since you put the same, you cannot put the same for non-critical activities. Okay, be careful. So now for C, free float value is EOTJ, that is 9 minus EOTI, that is 4 minus duration, that is 5. So 9 minus 4 minus 5 is 0. Okay, see now the free float value for C, that is non-critical activity, is 0. I'll explain it later, right? It's a very interesting concept. Okay, so now similarly let's check it out for E and F. Okay, so E, that is 19 minus 11, 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. Okay, now for F, 19 minus 9 is 10, 10 minus 2 is 8. See, now the free float values for E and F are 3 and 8 respectively. Now let's consider the paths. Okay. Now for example, considering the path ACFG. Okay, ACFG is 4, 5, 9, 9 plus 2, that is 11, 11 plus 1, that will give me 12. Okay, ACFG. Activity A has free float 0, C has free float 0, A, B, C has 0, F has free float of 8 days, 8 days, while G has free float of 0. So this 8 days gap, all the activities should be completed by day 20, but in this path it will be completed by 12 days. So there is a relaxation time of 8 days now. So all these 8 days can be used only for activity F. Okay, if we use it for any other activity, then the total project time will be delayed by 1 day. Okay, so you cannot use this even a single day from this 8 for C, because the free float for C is 0. Okay, so that's the basic concept. Okay, now let's check for ACEG. Okay, now see, A का it's 0, C का free float भी 0, ACEG ना, ACEG, 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 5 14, 14 plus 1 15. Okay, ACEG is the path where A is 0, C का total float is 5 but free float is 0. See, C का total float is 5 but free float is 0. Similarly, E has some type of relaxation, okay, ACEG, while G has no relaxation. So since there is a 5-day gap, okay, from these 5 days, 3 days will be used for E, okay, but the remaining 2 days cannot be used for any of the activity, right? Only 3 days can be used for activity E. Okay, it's little bit confusing, so try to understand. So it's ABEG now. Okay, ABEG will be completed in 17 days. ABG are critical activities, no float. So we have CE, E cut free float is 3 and 20 minus 17 is 3. So all the 3 days of relaxation will be used for activity E. Okay. So this is how you get the total float and free float values, right? And for free float there is another formula. Free float will be given by total float minus head slack. Okay, let's see what is head slack. Okay, now for obtaining head slack, all you have to do is subtract the boxes. So 0 minus 0 will be 0, 4 minus 4 will be 0, 11 minus 11 will be 0, 19 minus 19 will be 0, 20 minus 20 will be 0. So all the critical activities, slack is 0, only it is 14 minus 9, that is 5, 14 minus 11, that is 3. Okay, you can find the slack only at event, only at the nodes. Okay, so free float is given by total float minus head event ka slack. Okay, so now let's consider for example for C. Okay, C ka total float is 5, right, minus head slack. So C is coming from 2 to 4, 2 is the tail, 4 is the head, and head ka slack is 14 minus 9, that is 5. So total float is 5, this 5 minus head event ka slack is 5, so free float will be 0 for C. Got it? Similarly, let's check it out for E. Okay, so E ka total float is 3. Okay, E ka total float is 3 and free float will be total float minus head event ka slack. So E is coming from 5 to 6, where 6 ka head slack is 0, So total float minus slack 0, that is free float, that is 3. Okay, you got it here. So similarly cross check it for F, that will be 8. Okay, so this is the method you find total float and free float for any given diagram. Okay, you can do this for any given diagram. Okay, so this is the formulas, please note it down. Okay, use different colors for solving a project network diagram. Okay, use different colors or it might make you very confused. Okay, so in this lecture let's have a quick revision of what we saw. Okay, so in this lecture we saw activity on arrow and activity on node diagram first. Then we saw critical path, non-critical path. Activities in critical path will have no float, that is no relaxation, and non-critical path activities can have total float and free float. Okay, it depends. And then we saw earlier start time, that is EOTI. Earliest finish time is EOTI plus D or EST plus D, you can write however you want. This is LOTJ and this is LOTJ minus D. Okay, so forward pass calculation you always consider the bigger number, backward pass calculation you consider the smaller one. Okay, I is the tail, head is the J, Tij is known for duration, and then comes activity on node representation, the same formulas I have written it again. Then comes float, float is a relaxation time but the total project time cannot be changed. Okay, so total float is used for the entire path while free float is used for a particular activity. Please just try to understand the difference. Okay, it's easy, you will get it when you solve more and more problems. In the next class we will start by solving 2 or 3 problems. Okay, then we have solved this example. Okay, it's quite kachkach, you try to solve in your notebook once again. Okay, so I hope you understood this lecture. Thanks for watching till the end. It's a 1 hour class. Okay, so keep on practicing. I'll know we'll crack CPM and PERT. Okay, so there are 2 more concepts that is left, 3 more concepts rather: independent float, interfering float and safety float. It's already a 1 hour class, so let's not rush. Okay, so we'll continue this in further class. So thanks for watching, stay safe and keep on practicing. Okay, and please subscribe, and I hope you are recommending my videos to other students also. Okay, so thanks, take care and bye.